Okay, I think we are rolling. Good morning. Today is Monday, February 2nd. Welcome to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. We're streaming live on City Madison YouTube channel, where we're also archiving the meetings there, and then, of course, posting all the meeting materials on the City Madison website. May we have a roll call, please?
Carl Eaglin.
Here.
Bob Courtney.
Here.
Dave Carlo.
Here.
And Board, if you had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting, which seems so long ago, Tuesday, January 20th, if so, we'll entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks. And we'll move to new business. And,
Claims.
oh, I'm sorry. I skipped over that every time. Claims. Sorry, Dave.
Mayor had an opportunity to review the claims. We have two sets of claims, a general docket and payroll docket. General docket is $788,637.10. The payroll docket being $406,294.27. And I'll make a motion that the claims be approved as submitted.
I'll second David's motion.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks. Now we can move on to our first item of business, which is Madison Schools E.O. Muncie Project Vacation of Streets and Alleys. There's someone here representing the school?
Morning.
Good morning.
Aaron Schmall on behalf of Madison Consolidated Schools. As you may know, the school is doing a construction project at the former E.O. Muncie Elementary School, and as part of that, they have requested the vacation of 2 alley right-of-ways and 1 street right-of-way. The ownership of the parcels on either side of all of those easements is school property.
So can you clarify a little bit before the meeting? And if you look on that photo, it is, if you want to just point out which 3 that they are there on the screen, that might be helpful.
So moving west to east. This is lot 26 and 27, so this line represents one alley.
Okay.
There's Tillman Road, which is currently a right-of-way to get to E.O. Muncie. And then the third line is between lots 22 and 23, which is this easement that's marked.
So unlike most of the time when we have these, we're not dealing with other property owners, so that makes it positive. Brian, were you able to verify, are there any utility issues or anything like that?
I've been working with our surveyor in school. The surveyor, you can see over to the east, nothing with the vacation of the streets, but we have some water lines and sewer lines that I've been working with our surveyor, and he's going to draft some easements included in the final survey. But no, I've been working, I don't know if it was you I was working with, but I've worked with them with the vacation of the streets and alley, or the street and the 2 alleys. There's nothing in there from the water and sewer standpoint, and I don't believe there's anything else in there either.
Gotcha. So all they're here for today is to get basically a positive recommendation from the Board of Public Works so that it can move on to the City Council. I believe that they will prepare a notice, kind of a public notice of the vacation to go into the paper 10 days prior, and work with the clerk's office, and I'll prepare an ordinance for the council to receive and to consider, and within that ordinance it would contain the positive recommendation from the Board of Works, if that's if you're willing to give.
So just to clarify, we have 3 applications here. One's for an East Alley application, the other one's for a West Alley application, and the third one is for the Tillman Avenue vacation, which I think is at the main entrance that's going into what is currently E.O. Muncie.
Yes, that's correct.
And if we could go back to that GIS thing. Aaron, is there anything that you're going to ask for relative to north of the buildings? Or is this it, relative to vacations? Because it looks like it's all south of the current buildings.
The three that we've asked for are the only ones that I'm aware of at this time.
And so what you've identified were those two areas that really go from Lanier Drive just a little bit north, but isn't going, beyond the building.
Correct, so this is one easement
Right.
right there.
Yep.
This is one, and then this is.
Okay.
I would almost classify these as being in the front yard
Yes, it definitely is front yard.
of ELNC.
It really is.
A lot of grass.
Just to be clear, the two alleys are just platted alleys that were never improved, never paved or really
That's correct.
used as an alley. Tillman Street basically just serves as a driveway into the school
That's,
right
I think
now,
that's
so-
the entrance for the elementary school,
Yeah.
yes.
And nothing happening on the west side of the property, beginning with Shelton Street, there at the corner of Lanier, all the way up to the other street that takes you over to Wilson Avenue?
We discussed this a little bit, and there's a little bit of a question as to who actually owns Shelton Street. So, because if you kind of look at it, it's basically a parking lot, or it's been used as such. And so their surveyor is taking a look at that, and we'll deal with that. But there is nothing as it pertains to that at this point in time.
Okay.
But the existing Shelton Street does have a couple of three residents on it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all by sign, but, yeah. But right there where it's the intersection going north is where the question is.
Yep.
Board, do you have any questions for, what was your last name, sir? Shaw?
Schmall,
Schmall.
yes.
Mr. Schmall?
SCHMOLL.
Thank you. Board, do you have any questions for Mr. Schmall? Any comments or questions from anyone here present?
I make a motion that we approve the vacation application for the Madison schools and give it favorable towards the city council.
I'll second your motion, Carl.
Yeah, and what we're doing again is just making a recommendation for city council, who will actually take up the petition for the alley and street vacation and adopt an ordinance approving it.
Right,
Would be
understood.
would be the process, yeah. Any other discussion, any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Schmall.
Just for his
Yes.
knowledge, because we have a paper that only runs 2 days a week. So in order for him to get on the,
17th,
the 17th meeting,
it'd have to be in the paper this Friday,
and when do they have to have that?
probably by Wednesday,
Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Okay, so
What's
that
sense
might
of
be
urgency is this?
Yeah. So,
How great a sense of urgency is this to be on the February 17th agenda versus March?
And see if they want to get it in this week, we can do that.
Okay.
okay, and you can work with our clerk's office, and they can help you get it to the paper, if you'll just prepare the notice. Okay.
I'll copy you, Hannah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on, we have an All-Star Paving application number 6. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, guys. So, yeah, first up for me, I've got 3 here, is All-Star Pay App number 6 for Main Street CCMG project. It's in the amount of $78,877.35. This wraps up all of the main portion of the Main Street project, with the only thing left to finish being the mid-block crossing, which was an add-on. We expect the rest of the materials needed to complete the mid-block crossing to be in towards the end of the month, and then they'll be installed and we'll finish that up.
Is Vine Street, all that taken care of, finished on Vine?
Yes, correct. Yep, everything else has been finished up, including their punch list.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, so this will leave about the same amount of money in retainage until the mid-block crossing is returned. I think it leaves like 77,000 and some change. It's almost,
74,000?
yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah.
close to what we were paying.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, can I ask a question? So on page 4, it looks like it's asking for local public agency approval. Is that where you need somebody from BPW to sign to, if it's approved? It's a new form. I've not seen this set up before.
I only brought the first page with the
Okay,
finance with
okay.
me. I'll
What are
take
you
a look.
referring to?
The page number 4 on
Is that
these,
this page?
it's a little bit different.
That's a different transaction,
Yeah,
No.
it's-
isn't it?
That's with the Clifty Drive, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's, okay.
Yeah, that's NDOT.
that's the Clifty Drive project. Yep. I move that we approve pay application 4 as presented.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Now we'll move on to the NDOT. Thanks. No,
No, it's
It wasn't?
already,
it wasn't on the back of, did you have,
It's fine. There's no signature.
okay, that's where, okay, thought you had it. Okay, it was included in the Board of Public Works package. Right, okay, all right. Moving on. So now we have 2 change orders with the Clifty Drive project between City of Madison and NDOT.
correct.
Go over, and it's change order 14 and change order 15?
Correct, yes, we are wrapping up the Clifty Drive project and closing out some change orders. Change order number 14 had to do with the extension of days allowed because the project carried on into a second season. This basically was what we worked out with them because of some utility relocations and some other issues, and it did carry on. It's a zero-cost change order. It just says that there's no penalty to them for the extra days required.
Okay, can we do change order 15 and 14 in a
Sure.
batch?
Yeah, so change order 15 is where we have renegotiated and we've worked with NDOT. They've agreed to participate in the asbestos water line removal. So that one is actually for a negative $201,584.81. So it's basically a deduct to the original change order.
This is where I say thank you, NDOT.
Yes, yeah, we worked with them, we were able to work that out. This will bring us almost to the close of the project, with the only outstanding change order being our portion. Again, they were willing to work with us on Wilson Avenue, getting that repaired and reopened. So
Yeah.
once we close out these others, we'll settle that up, and that should be the last change order for the project.
We're finishing all this up just in time to start another round of projects with NDOT. So,
Correct.
I'll make a motion that we approve change order 14 and 15 for NDOT.
thank you. I'll second that. Any additional discussion from the board? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Joe, we have a couple resolutions.
Yep, next on the agenda is resolution number 2026-2, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, establishing a handicap parking space at 409 Broadway Street, which is Trinity Church. Whereas there's been a request filed by Trinity Church that the parking space located directly in front of the property, located at 409 Broadway Street, is hereby established as a handicap parking. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that the parking space directly in front of the property located at 409 Broadway Street, Madison, Indiana, is hereby established as a handicap parking so long as Trinity Church are tenants thereof. The parking space shall be accessible to any person legally authorized to park there. Upon such time as Trinity Church moves from said property, said parking space shall be revert to regular parking. The City of Madison Street Department is hereby authorized to erect such signs and other traffic control devices as may be necessary to implement this resolution.
Chief, you want to come up? And I know last week we had a a person here inquiring about this, so, or at the last BPWS meeting, so you want to give us an overview of what the request is and your recommendation?
Yes, I see that Mr. Bellamy's not here today, but I did speak to him after the last meeting. You know, he's got some people there that go to the church that are requesting this, so we are recommending the approval of that handicap spot.
I don't have any issues with it either, because I don't think we have any handicap in that whole block, either on the north side or south side.
I don't believe so either.
There's a
no.
lot of activity there with the church, as well as events around the fountain,
Yes.
and it's available for anybody who qualifies to park in a handicap space, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
It's just one place, one spot?
Yes.
Well, I was just a little curious about that, because he did mention 2 spots when he was here, but I don't know how long the space is directly in front of the church, so, I mean, you need probably at least 20 or 22 feet for one parking stall. So I'm assuming you can only get one true parking space in there anyway? I don't know if you looked at that?
I think so, yes. I think that's correct.
I'll make a motion to approve the handicap space at 409 Broadway. That'd be resolution 2026-2.
I'll second Carl's motion.
Open it up for discussion. Board, anything else to add? Any questions for Chief? Any comments or questions? Happy to help our friends at Trinity. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chief, thanks for taking this on. Appreciate it.
Next one is resolution number 2026-3, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison regarding street and parking space closings for the 2026 Music in the Park. Whereas there's been a request filed by Lindsay Holly on behalf of the Madison Main Street Program for street and parking space closings in connection with said group with the 2025 Music in the Park events to be held on June 12th, 2026, July 10th, 2026, and August 14th, 2026. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that Central Avenue between First Street and Vaughn Drive shall be reserved for golf cart parking only, and the parking spaces on the south side of First Street and the north side of Bicentennial Park shall be reserved for resident parking from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. on June 12th, July 10th, and August 14th, 2026. Be it further resolved that the parking spaces located along Bicentennial Park on the north side of Vaughn Drive and the south side of Bicentennial Park shall be reserved for food truck parking only from 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. on those dates. And that the street and parking spaces as closed shall be in the supervision and control of the Madison Main Street for the times noted above for the year 2026.
Is there a representative here Ed? Good morning. Thanks for being here. For the record, you want to state your name and address?
Ed Ray, president of Main Street and 202 West 2nd Street.
Thank you. This is looks like the same space closings that we had in prior years, so I don't have any questions. Anybody have any comments or questions for Ed?
Same footprint as in the past.
Yes, yeah.
Is it true what I've heard, that you're going to be the headliner this summer?
Yeah,
Okay, can't wait. Can't wait.
exactly.
I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 2026-3 relative to the 2026 Music in the Park closings.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ed, keep up the good work down there on Main Street.
Thank you.
Take care. Brenda's here for PACE.
Hello. So I have a couple of applications for you. Okay, so our first one is 1063 West Main Street. This is a rehab grant for $7,500, and he will be replacing the vinyl siding with LP Smart and replacing the windows.
It's going to be an amazing project. Thank you, John.
Okay. Our next one is 200 Ferry Street. This one is also a rehab grant requesting $7,500, and this one will be replacement of the windows to remove the lead paint that's there and to allow for egress because several of them do not open.
Great.
Our third one is 757 Jefferson Street. This is also a rehab for $7,500. They will be repainting the whole house. They will be replacing the windows. The window on the side there over the steps will be one giant picture window instead. They'll be replacing the storm doors and replacing that side deck.
Question, Brianna, on the window they're replacing,
Yes,
does that require historic board approval?
yes, and they already got it.
Already got that, okay.
Okay,
Let me slow down for just a second so I can catch up with you in the book.
A lot of pictures.
Okay, that's that one.
ready
Can you go back to that one?
to,
Yeah, what did you say we're doing with the exterior?
full repaint, window replacements, storm door replacements, and new side deck.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, 319 Cragmont Street. This is a dilapidated structure requesting $25,000. They will be replacing all of the siding, rewiring the house, adding new windows and doors, restoring the original front window. The size of it is significantly larger than the one that's there, and restoring the transom above the front door.
That's been needed for several years, it's been on the list.
Yeah, that has been on our, I'm glad we have an owner now that's
Yeah.
collaborating with city, and it's going to be great to be able
Be a great
to
improvement.
save a structure there versus, I mean, it was destined for demolition by neglect. So that'll be a great project for that block.
Next is 526 Jefferson Street. This is another dilapidated structure requesting $25,000. They will be rewiring, adding new floor joists, replacing the windows and the doors, and doing general structural repairs.
Wasn't this the Jefferson?
Yes.
So is this going to become a one-family type?
I believe it will be sold for, as a long-term rental afterwards.
Was the previous owners, was it the Jefferson House, you say?
Yes.
Wasn't that occupied as a
I
transition?
believe they left about a year ago. So they are
I
not.
guess my question is, that it was occupied and in use up until a year ago, and then it's become dilapidated?
That's
It probably
That
hasn't
amount of time,
become
is it?
dilapidated. It was probably
Yeah.
dilapidated while it was occupied. but-
Most of the
but-
dilapidation would be in the structural parts of it on the inside.
Much needed restoration on that one too. Important property, important location.
Yeah,
And it also is an example of just the deterioration of many of our historic properties downtown that this program
neglect.
and private investors are helping. Yeah.
Okay, this one, we are making a staff recommendation. It did not score high enough at PACE, but I did hear from a couple of the board members saying that it should have gone through. So this one is a dilapidated structure, 611B Mulberry Street, requesting $25,000. They will be doing masonry, repair and replacement, adding new windows and doors, reopening openings that have been bricked up, replacing the fascia, and doing structural repairs and stabilization.
Now, this sits behind the main house, correct? Is it like a carriage house?
It is a
or-
carriage house, but I believe the main structure has actually been demolished
Okay.
there.
And this is behind the Custer Cosby house that
Yes.
we're working with Indiana Landmarks on. And you can see it very clearly from Mulberry Street, and it is very, very, in
They-
very, very poor condition.
They do intend to make this some sort of residential after it's done.
I think if we have an opportunity to improve some of our brick carriage houses here in our downtown area, we need to. For some reason, I can't find my.
So those are all of the applications.
We'll stick with the the new applications. Can I see this for a second? Can you put the summary back on screen, please? There we go. Not that anybody can see that, but I have it in front of me. Pretty good margin ratio here, almost 5 to 1. And several dilapidated structures, so I think it's a good round, and I'm very happy to see the private investment with regard to the real historic properties that are on this, the brick ones that need a lot of repair and stabilization because of structural issues. Board, I'll make a motion that we approve the PACE applications as presented by Brenna for 1063 West Main, 200 Ferry Street, 757 Jefferson, 319 Craigmont Street, 526 Jefferson Street, and 611B Mulberry Street.
Second your motion.
Open it up for discussion. Any questions, any comments or questions from the audience? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. And now we'll move on to the midpoints.
So we have one midpoint that is also a request for an extension. This is 612 Mulberry Street. This is a dilapidated structure. The total grant is $25,000. They're requesting half of that, $12,500. They have so far worked on the masonry, doing tuck pointing and stripping the paint. They've done chimney and foundation repairs as well. They are requesting a 6-month extension to finish, so that would put them at about August 2nd, 2026.
Is this their first extension?
No. But this is the same owner who did the cement tea room.
Remarkable transformation happening
Yes.
on North Mulberry Street with this and a couple of other properties, so,
It's a great job with the paint removal.
It really is.
man,
Isn't that
big difference.
Yeah.
I don't know, don't you kind of miss that green? It stands out.
Maybe on a T-shirt, no, I am.
All right, we have two, is this the only one, midpoint?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, do we have a motion for,
I make a
The-
motion, we approve the midpoint, midpoint and the extension at 612 Mulberry.
I'll second that. Any discussion, comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. And we'll move on to PACE Finals, 311 East Street.
Yes, so we only have the one. This was a rehab grant. The total amount was $7,500. They did receive a midpoint, so they're requesting the rest, $3,750. They replaced the front door and the front street-facing windows. They also replaced the retaining wall and did front step repair. So this was the before, and this is the after.
If you could go back a few more years, you'd see a very different before, because there was been a lot of work on this property leading up to this point, and it's major improvements in just a matter of a few years. So I appreciate the current and prior owners for their investment in that area, and that's a nice part of downtown.
I make a motion, we approve the PACE final at 311 East Street.
I'll second your motion.
Any discussion, comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. I think that's it for PACE. Under mayor's comments, not much to add here, other than the fact that we are still removing snow as we can. Unfortunately, because of the temperatures, we're having to physically remove the snow, but we'll get to it. I believe that, Chris, you want to come up and just maybe give a quick update on any of the response? I believe all the roads are clear, but we're just digging out because of the volume of the snow and the temperatures.
Yeah, so all of the roads are open and as clear as they can be plowed. We are cleaning up corners and hard-to-reach areas that have hardened with heavier equipment. You'll see backhoes, front-end loaders out, and then we are continuing to monitor the weather that is approaching as well. So Saturday was close, but it was mostly a dusting,
Yes.
so it didn't really accumulate on the roads. We were able to get through that just fine.
I'll just say it again, all city departments were activated during this past storm. When I say that, that's police and fire, streets, utilities. Even our Parks Department was out there doing a lot of work relative to our park facilities. Myself, EMA, the Sheriff's Office, the county operations, we were all working collaboratively and did a very good job over that 3 or 4 day period. And if the weather would warm up, we'd make even more progress with the standing snow. But keep up the good work.
Yeah, the sunshine did help some. If we
Yep.
could get some warm weather, it'd be even better, and we do appreciate the public's cooperation in staying off the roads while we were initially cleaning
That
up
helped.
and moving out of the parking. It does help us to clean up the parking much more quickly when people are able to give us space to do that. So we'd like to say thanks for that.
Thank you,
Chris, I'd just like to
Yeah.
give all the departments a great shout out. I mean, I think they've done a fantastic job last week, and we just can't say it enough, that, for
Yeah.
the hard work, being out in those temperatures, working all day, and just a tremendous job, so.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
particularly proud of my guys, but all of the departments, the way they pitched
Yes.
in, it was really helpful, so we're thankful.
I think that was our 3rd or 4th snow already this winter.
Yeah, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, and Puxahawny Phil predicted we'd have 6 more weeks of winter this morning. So,
I hadn't heard that yet. So
What,
I'll just go on.
but we will be ready, Phil. We're going to take you on.
You gotta remember, rodents are known liars. Don't ever believe a rodent. Don't do that.
I will not believe a rodent. I believe. But thanks again. And the other remark I would just make is something I've shared in council before too, and that is relative to road projects for the year. We have quite a lineup of work we're continuing to do. There's some carryover from last year. We're continuing to do projects that were already several years into the making, but with regard to the 2026 Community Crossing Matching Grant Program, in last year's legislature, they had made some pretty significant changes to that program, where they had condensed it from 2 rounds throughout the course of the year with $300 or $400 million to distribute across the state along varying different matches. It's the primary source of funding for rural communities like ours to make progress on our aging road infrastructure. So from that legislation, they condensed it down to 1 round per year and cut the funding from $300 to $400 million a year to $100 million. So needless to say, that money did not go very far, and there were lots of communities like Madison who did not receive any 2026 CCMG grant dollars, and that dramatically will impact our ability to do road improvements this year. We've been working with the Indiana legislature through our participation with AIM, Accelerating Indiana Municipalities. There is a bill in session this year that would accelerate some 2027 dollars into 2026, so there wouldn't be a gap year. And we're monitoring that very closely and certainly advocating for it. That bill would put a little over $100 million back into the 2026, or I should say in addition to the 2026 existing funding, and then it would open up a second round so that applications like ours, which were not funded, would be reconsidered, and then that would allow us to essentially do our road project for 2026. So we're continuing to monitor that. I've given that report in City Council before as I give them legislative updates, but that's an important one that affects this body here, the Board of Public Works and Safety, because we rely a lot on those matching grants for our public works projects. But more, stay tuned on that. There's a few weeks left in this legislative session. We'll track that closely.
Mayor, I had a question concerning that. Has there been discussions that if this is approved, opening up the second round, would communities that received a grant in the first round, would they be eligible to reapply for another project? Or would this just be open to communities that did not receive funding?
I've been told it's for communities that did not receive funding in the first round.
Okay.
And, there's some positive changes happening in that program in the future. It's just that 2026 was a gap year. They dramatically cut the amount allocated toward it. They condensed it to one application cycle, and then 2027, there'll be more money available, but 2026 was a gap year. And we, honestly, folks, we can't afford a gap year. We've got to be working on our roads because over 50% of our road inventory is rated poor to average. And it's going to take us 10 years through a very consistent asset management approach to bring our road inventory up to average. And then across the state needs to spend over $1 billion a year to bring local roads and streets up to average. So it's something that we can't suspend funding on. That's all the updates I'll give you for today. We do have a city council meeting tomorrow. Now will be an opportunity if there's anybody here who would like to make a public statement for the benefit of the Board of Public Works and Safety. Please come to the podium with your name and address and your public statement. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Jan Vatrus at 701 East 2nd Street, and I don't want to steal Sue's thunder, but this is now Black History Month, and I've left a poster in the lobby, and I'll give you one also, Mayor. Every Thursday this month, there will be a program, 6 o'clock p.m. at the Picker House, and we want to make sure the public is invited, as well as the Board of Works and
Yeah.
City Council.
Hey, thank you very
So I'll
much.
give you this.
Always great programs celebrating our history across Madison. Thank you, Jan. Hey, are you on this poster? All right, there you go. Anybody else would like to give some remarks to the Board of Public Works and Safety? Our next meeting is Tuesday, February the 17th, same time. I'm sorry, it's a different date. Tuesday is, the 17th is a Tuesday. Monday is President's Day, so we will not be open that day. So our meeting would be the following day, February 17th. Board, anything else to add? Hearing none. Motion to adjourn.
I'll second your motion.
Second?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.